15 lakh per annum to 80 lakhs per annum, depends. There is even one course which costs 1 crore 60 lakhs for two-year course, right? And you don't have to, pick the very costly courses if you can't afford them, but you can also take a loan. Many students from India take a loan, and then when they go to US, they complete their MS, then they get a job there, and then they repay their loans, right? The maximum loan you can get from India safely is around 30 lakhs, I think, roughly. I haven't done much research into loans, but it's roughly 30 lakhs. You can get 30 lakh loan, and some of your parents might have 10 20 lakh saving, and 15 lakhs may MS ho jata hai, but you can even do it in much less. How? You go for a slightly lower ranked university, which doesn't hurt that much if you see. Like for example, there is one university called Arizona State University, right? Anyone ASU? Anyone heard of it?
UCB Merced.
Merced UC
UCB Merced अभी
नहीं खुलेगा हाँ यार वो थोड़ा weird लगी मेरे को मैं कल check out कर रहा था so you have heard of Arizona State University, okay, you have heard of it. So Arizona State University cost a friend of mine did his MS in circuit design. He was from electronics in UIT, same year as me. He did his MS in circuit design, and it cost him around 35 lakhs for 2 years, including food, including tuition, everything, which is pretty cheap. And that university has a rank of around 110 worldwide, 110, which is very low considering the top universities. And he is in Apple right now, Apple headquarters. He is working on their circuit design team, the one which is responsible for MacBooks. He has a solid package. He just bought a car with his what do you call PPU? Pre-placement offer. Yeah, he bought a car with his pre-placement offer. Another great thing about going abroad for MS is the salaries are great. Okay, excellent salaries. Like somewhere starting from 3 or 4 lakh per month. I'm talking about Indian rupees. 3 or 4 lakh per month, ranging to 7, 8, 9 lakhs per month. Even more, even higher, depending upon the specialization. Security professionals get paid a lot, but so do other professionals also. Okay, so most students are able to you remember we took a loan of 30 lakh. They're able to repay that loan in 2 years. In just 2 years. Okay, but you don't have to go to such expensive lengths. There is one university, UCB, University of California at Berkeley. See, now this is not a very good example, but still let me explain. UCB is a state university and it has a very low fees. Like I think you can do your entire 2-year MS in under 30 lakhs, under 25 lakhs. Entire MS, and UCB is either on number 1 or number 2. No, for computer science. I'm talking about for computer science. For computer science is on number 1 or number 2. Number 1 is I think CMU or Stanford. It keeps on varying. So technically this is very cheap, and you get a solid package after that. Google, Facebook, Amazon, people like those hire you. Problem with UCB is the whole world applies to UCB, and they have just 35 seats for specialization. Yes, 35 seats, and they need minimum 2 years of WorkX. Without WorkX, they won't even consider your application. So if you have been building strong, solid projects, you have a solid WorkX of 2 years in some good company in India. It might not be a foreign country. In India, a foreign company like LinkedIn or some other company, Amazon, Google India, Amazon India, even Flipkart, Zomato, whatever, and you have a 2-year experience here in some good company, you can safely apply to UCB. The chances are less that it will be selected, but there are other universities, and there are 2 types of universities: private universities and public universities, and then there are state-owned universities. There are 3 types. My bad. Private universities, as obvious, they charge a lot of money because they are private universities. They have profit, right? They need to make their profits, but they also give you the best facilities. That is true. And the top ranked universities, I think, out of the top 10, 7 are private, 7 or 6 are private. Then there are public universities. Public universities just means that they have an IPO, matlab, they are listed on the stock market. That does not mean that they are, they are slightly cheaper. The University of Michigan is a public university. It offers a scholarship to MS students. To 60% of its MS students who apply before a certain deadline. There are 2 deadlines. Who apply before the first deadline, they have very good chance of getting their scholarship. A friend of mine just went there this August, joined this fall, August, and he got that scholarship. Yeah, so Michigan, I think, costs around 90 lakhs, the tuition fee only, but he got it for just 35 lakhs for 2 years, so which is a huge scholarship. And then there are state universities, which have the name state in them. Michigan State University, Arizona State University, California State University. It was khatam. State universities means they are run by the government there. They might have a low rank like 100, 110, 120, 130, even 150. But they are still better than all of the colleges in India. Because those Indian colleges don't feature on this list. Maybe IIT Bombay is number 80. Yeah, so if you do an MTech from IIT Bombay, that is better than some universities from outside. And there is no rule saying that just because you graduated or did your MTech from India, you cannot apply to a company abroad. Okay, but due to visa issues, it is better. The chance is higher if you do an MS in some country. It is much easier to get a job in that country. I know a guy from IIT Delhi who got placed into Facebook. Facebook came on their campus placements. He got placed into Facebook. He was one of the 3 guys from India who were placed in Facebook. I'm not talking about Facebook India. I'm talking about Facebook Silicon Valley, the Palo Alto headquarters. But that guy unfortunately couldn't go because of visa issues. So what did that guy do? He took an offer from local company, and while he was working, he gave the GRE. And next year he did a 1 year. He did a 1 year professional MS, and after that 1 year is short, and 1 year also means cheaper, right? So he did a 1 year professional MS, and now finally he's at Facebook. he didn't need to give any additional interviews because he had already been selected. So any questions regarding the stuff we just talked? Yeah.
So on what basis do they give the scholarships?
On what basis do they give the scholarships? See, in MS, scholarships, University of Michigan, basically they give the scholarship based upon your whole profile. What projects, what GRE score, what GPA.
All those who are coming there, they must be equally good. That's why out of the whole world.
They can't be equally good. There must be some factors which will be differentiating them, right? For example, you two have almost an identical application, but you got a slightly better English score and you got a slightly lesser English score. So they'll even consider that. They'll give you the scholarship, they might not give him the scholarship. Just because of a slight difference in English score. They see everything. Okay? And generally, it is not easy to get scholarships in MS. But it is possible to do TA or RA in your second year. Now what is TA or RA? TA stands for teaching assistantship and RA stands for research assistantship. Basically, if some professor of yours is doing some research, so you can work with him and the university will pay you. Not much, but that will be enough to cover your food and living expenses. Almost. Your food and living expenses you can cover from the RA. Or you can get a TA. TA, you have to take some boring lectures which the professor doesn't want to take. So you will have to teach the undergrad students. Okay? Not like every day. For example, Monday to Friday, it might be like 3 days you have to study your own subjects and 2 days you have to teach. 2 days also just like 2 hours. 2 hours on Thursday, 2 hours on Tuesday, something like that. And you'll also be paid. Because when you are a TA, you are teaching. You are helping the professor save time. And whenever you save someone time, you are paid. Okay? But do not rely on a TARA. Like, पक्का ही मिल जाएगा TARA. अरे मेरे को लग जाएगा TARA. Only those who have a very good English score in TOEFL and GRE get a TA. Very good, मतलब better than average. RA depends. If you have written a research paper before applying, then you will most definitely get an RA. Still, RAs are limited, so you cannot assume. You cannot base your finances on the fact कि TA RA मिलेगी तब possible होगा. You should plan for the worst, hope for the best and plan for the worst. Okay, and there are many universities which are cheaper, like NUS is cheaper. There is NTU, Nanyang Technological University in Singapore, which is also a very good university, comes in the top 50, I think, NTU. Top 50 or top 70. NTU, many Indian students study at NTU, and NTU is very cheap. The only problem with Singapore is 3 years work clause. You have to work there after completing your MS. One more way of, getting foreign education for very cheap. That is, you have to forego your professional life for a bit and just do a PhD straight. PhDs are free in almost every country, and not only free, you are paid. Almost every PhD student is paid. Every PhD student is paid because the PhD student has to take some lab, again TA or RA. He has to help the professor in some research work. So PhDs are very cheap. If some awesome university, the MS costs 30-35 lakh, for 1 year. The PhD, it's free. They'll be paying you money, not much, but it'll be enough to cover your living expenses, for the next 5 years. PhD takes 4 to 5 years. Yeah. So if money is a problem, don't worry. You can do a PhD. If you are, if you have a passion for studying abroad, right? And if money is no problem for you, then it depends. If you have research interest, then why waste money by doing a MS, a research-based MS? You can straight away go to the PhD, right? Questions? Do you have to give the GRE for the PhD? Yes. GRE, TOEFL, LORs, everything same. Everything same. SOP. Basically, SOP is just an essay in which you state you have to make a compelling case, a clear case that I like to do this and I want to learn this from you because of this. You have to fill in these blanks. I like to do blank and I want to study blank at blank because of blank. And the best way to get a good SOP is to get it reviewed by your seniors who are already studying abroad or have already passed out. Okay, you can contact those seniors via us through PULU because we know quite a few of them who are abroad. And like Ankit mentioned one fact, he said it was too late before he got guidance from seniors. See, there is 2 reasons for that. One was I myself was not guided. In my whole first year and half of second year, I had not approached my seniors, which was the biggest mistake I made in college. Right? I tell you this on almost every SFD. There was this senior coming, 4th year senior coming my way. It was Goonj time. Goonj is the annual fest, right? There was this senior coming and he was an expert programmer. I knew that. He was a very good Java programmer. And he was also the starter of Oracle Sun's Java chapter in UIT. And I was so stupid and naive. I said, hello sir. He said, hello. I said, sir, which branch are you from? He said, IT. I said, okay sir, bye. Because I was from CSC. How dare I, get advice from an inferior branch like IT? See, this is stupidity. If I had not made that mistake, I, might have saved a whole year. And he might have got guidance a whole year before. Right? This is why we usually target the first and the second year students in SFD. So that you get over your fear of your seniors. Okay, we are not interested in ragging you. Because we were not ragged. Ragging is almost non-existent in PU except for the hostels. Beware. But otherwise, we The only reason we hold, organize an SFD every year and come to talk, because we want you to benefit from us. And the problem is, SFD has been going on for 4 years. 99.9% of the students, even after the SFD, they never ask questions on PU look. Okay? PU look दिखाया था तुमने कैसे चलता है?
वो टीचर से
समझ आया था PU look कैसे चल रहा है?
I don't.
Mailing list क्या चीज होती है?
I doubt.
Who didn't understand what is a mailing list? What is a mailing list? Who doesn't know? Raise those hands. हाँ. टाइम क्या हुआ?
5 बज गए।
किसके पास टाइम है? आधा पौना घंटा और आधा पौना घंटा आधे घंटे में हो जाएगा? कल कर लें? चलो कल कर लेंगे। कल सीखना कि मेलिंग लिस्ट कैसे यूज होती है, हाउ यू कैन आस्क आवर हेल्प एंड एडवाइस, बट स्टिल पीपल डोंट डू दैट। Yeah. Ankit makes a good point. He said they're also called cover letters, right? Yeah. Basically, a kind of SOP is also very important for job applications, right? जो कैंपस में तुम्हारी कंपनी आई, वो तो उसका तो कोई चक्कर नहीं है, क्योंकि वो कंपनी खुद तुम्हारे पास आई, वो तुम्हें क्यों पूछेगी बेटा आप यहाँ क्यों आए हो? है ना? हम आपके पास आए हैं ना, वो क्यों पूछेगी? But whenever you apply off campus, and even for on-campus companies, it is a huge, benefit that you write a small essay. Why you want to join their company? What do you like about their company? And how you feel you will benefit and they will benefit by your joining their company. This is very important. This is also called a cover letter, SOP, LOP, right? SOP, not LOP. SOP is very important. It adds a certain, extra points to your application. Right? Yeah. अभी दिखाने हैं? कल ही दिखाएंगे, ठीक है? Questions? हाँ? Some of us will not be able to come tomorrow. So, what can we do? ये मिलेंगे एक्चुअली कल ये जब मिलेंगे शो करोगे ना, उसकी वीडियो बनाना सही से, क्योंकि जो लोग नहीं आ पाएंगे कल, सिर्फ मेरी इंग्लिश की वीडियो बनानी है और चीज़ की नहीं, बाकी तुम्हारा अपने डिस्क पे मिस हो रहा है, ठीक है? अगले साल फिर SFD जो मेरी इंग्लिश की वीडियो बनाएंगे हम यूट्यूब पे डाल देंगे, ठीक है? कि यूट्यूब कैसे यूज होती है, बट और बहुत औसम चीज़ें कल कवर होने वाली हैं। क्या क्या बताएगा? क्वेश्चन है हायर स्टडीज के बारे में तो बताओ।
अलग से बोलते हैं बाकी
बहुत गलत एटीट्यूड है लाइफ में अभी ना, वेरी बैड। पता है जब कोई एक बंदा क्वेश्चन पूछता है एंड आई एम आंसरिंग हिज क्वेश्चन, if the rest of you start talking amongst yourselves or not paying attention, you are missing out on a huge opportunity, because just because you think that his question is not relevant to you, that does not mean that question is actually not relevant to you. You might learn something new in the answer. Even in your class, if someone is asking something stupid about some networking, if it really is stupid, then you can ignore, but if it is something relevant, even if remotely interesting, still listen to the explanation given by the teacher. It benefits everyone. Okay, just take just a few minutes. Yeah. What will have more salary? BE plus MBA, BE plus MS. This again is a subjective question. How good was your BE? After how many years of experience and what kind of experience did you do the MBA? Which university, not university, but which specialization did you do your MS from? Is it a very high in demand specialization? It all depends how well you do at both things. But let me tell you, it is very wrong to choose something just because of money. This is the criteria many of our parents have, and to certain extent it is understandable कि जितना ज़्यादा पैसा उतना better standard of living, better time to doing good things, right? That is understandable. But don't make the mistake of doing something which you don't like just because they are paying more money. Let me give you a classic example. In engineering colleges, some consulting companies come. Okay,